In case Wizards of the Coast missed it, the players are speaking to you. You're just not listening very well. The player base continues to say no to Wizards of the Coast. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thank you for hanging out with me on the channel today. We're only 50 subscribers away from 13,000 subs, so thanks again for everyone who's taking the time to hit that subscribe button, join the channel, and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Special thank you to my regular viewers who tune in each and every day, the patrons who support this channel, as well as the YouTube membership members. Guys, what an experience it's been to see Wizards go from mega highs in 2020 to mega lows where we're at right now. The turnaround rate of the players on Wizards right now is phenomenal. This is not going away anytime soon. Today's video is a Hot 10 video showing the hottest selling cards this week. But I've been doing this for almost a year now, tracking the sales and breaking down how many are actually being bought, and I've never seen it this bad. It's collapsing all around. Even the singles market right now is dropping. If you looked at last week's sales and look 4 weeks before that and 4 weeks before that, guys, it just is a downward trend. And that's not only because of Wizards' decisions, but it's also with what's happening in the world. Wizards right now is kind of still churning things out as if everything's normal, but it's not really normal, is it? We're not even close to normal right now. Most people don't feel normal. They feel like there's impending doom coming down. They're mad at Wizards for the 30th anniversary junk they're giving to us at super high prices. The bad decisions Wizards have made have really got the player base to be continued. Like, they're just riled up. It's just continuing over and over, and it's not going away. As much as Wizards wants to turn the page, everyone's saying no. Put the bookmark right there. We're not done talking to you. We're not done letting you know how we feel. Now, when lower single sales come in, we already know the box sales are down. I already know that all sealed product stuff is kind of down right now. That's for varying reasons, from increased prices, instability in the market, rising interest rate, recession stuff. But when you see singles slow down, even lower end singles that cost 50, 60 cents on a dollar, it lets you know people are playing with what they have and they're not after anything right now. They could be waiting for Brothers War. They could be waiting for the more spoilers and things to come out to kind of see where they're going to aim their money. But at the same time, maybe only a few people are thinking that way. Out of the millions of players who play, sure, a percentage are feeling that way. But I'll show you in today's video. We'll go through the Hot 10. We're going to go through the motion. But it's not a normal Hot 10 video. This doesn't feel like the hottest selling cards in Magic right now. The numbers just seem so far off what they normally are. And we'll continue this discussion in further videos as more decisions come out and more news breaks about what's happening with Wizards of the Coast. So let's get this party started. Let's start at number 10, end at number 1, and we'll carry this conversation on as I go through the cards. Thanks again, guys. Can't wait to read those comments in the comment section. This is going to be a very interesting video because here we're starting at number 10 with Tear Asunder. And you can see it's only 390 sales this week. And of course, it's 53 cents a card US as the market price. The foil is $4.68, which is a very nice differential actually for a foil. 42-cent euro to get this card to your house. It's about $1 here in Canada. But it's interesting because cards like this in the past have sold thousands of copy on the low end of a week. At the end of a bottom 10, we're right here, this would be the number 10 card, it would still have 1,700 sales. And here you have it. In the last several weeks, everything's trends down. 390 sales is very low. That would cost you, what, $50 to get that many copies, to get 800 copies? So it's really, really interesting to see how the market's reacting to what's going on with Wizards of the Coast. It's almost like it's a blanket rejection of everything going on that Wizards represents right now. The hate is just so great. Now, the Phoenix chick here at number 9, 420 sales. But again, market price is 37 cents. This thing would have well over 1,000 sales without sweating it at number 9. And here we are. It can't even break 500 sales. This card does see some play. It is a decent, fun card to have around. The Flying Haste is nice. It can come back. But nobody cares. Nobody wants to touch your stuff right now, Wizards, which is also going to be hurting LGSs. Now, Gante's Aetherheart here, 521 sales. This was on the list a few weeks ago. One of the first cards to break into Dominaria United. Dominaria United's been top 10 for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Just basically untouchable. This card again has kind of probed the list and poked a hole in the armor of Dominaria United. Okay, that eternal combo it has available to it has caused it to spike. It's coming back down. Some players are taking a second stab at it though, so it is Aether Revolt. It is an older set, and players are still saying, hey, I'd like to get that card. But even these sales, number 7 being Feign Death Adventures in Forgotten Realms, 691 sales this week. It's good to see a D&D card coming back. But again, look what the card does, and that's why it's coming back. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped, under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter. It's a great way to save your creature, okay? Cheap form of regeneration. But even a card like this hasn't been on the list for a very long time. And normally it wouldn't even make a Hot 10 video because it's too old of a card. But it's making the list because, let's face it, it's starting to go up. It's seeing more play. But at the same time, all the other cards, Wizards they're not selling like they normally do. All the Dominaria United cards are just not performing. Haunted Djinn, 817. This thing's had thousands of sales in the past. It's a great card. Sees a lot of play on things like Arena. I've seen it in stores. It's a decent card. Market price, $2.10. Still very inexpensive. But that means in a week, this thing sold, let's just say, $1,800 worth of Haunted Djinn. That's only a couple of reserve list cards from my Hot 10. That's a couple of like dual lands. Ridiculous. They usually don't match up this way. But these cards are just not anywhere near the number we would normally see. And Wizards has got to face facts. When they see stuff like this, and I'm sure they have ways of looking at it just like I do, when you start seeing the projections of what's going to happen to your stuff, it's going down. You're getting cut down. You get it? Cut down. 965 sales. I find this stuff fascinating. This is a number 5 card that isn't even at 1,000 sales yet. Guys, Wizards is in trouble. Okay, Relic of Legends. This was the number 1 card for so long I can't believe it. Now we're into the 1,220 sales. This thing was selling 3, 4, 5,000 copies a week. Okay? And the market price is now starting to dip. People have just had enough. They're not buying stuff like they used to. And this is not an expensive card. We all admit a couple of bucks isn't a big deal. A cup of coffee. But people have just had enough. And it's everywhere. All these cards are just down so much lower. Number 3. Leyline Binding. Okay, at least a decent card with some value to it. I still don't agree with the market price of $13.59. But at least there's a few $1,000s here that we're seeing, right? The foil's $14, too close together. 1,398 sales. This one at least has that number to say, hey, this is a respectable number here. We're kind of there, but this is a card I would normally see in the number 8 or number 9 position. And now this is the number 3 card this week, guys. The number 3. Crazy. Check out number 2. Number 2 is Braids. Again, only 1,460 sales. The card's kind of staying flat now. It's around the $2 mark. I still see it being played a lot, but it's interesting. I can't imagine players just being fed up with it. It's too cheap of a card for that. It has playability, and as soon as we see Brothers War, these cards aren't really going to get opened in packs anymore. Things move too quickly for that, but it's not even being opened. Everyone's just stopped. And when you see everyone stopping like that, I wonder if Wizards is asking themselves, what did we do wrong? If they can't figure it out by now. I mean, I'm sure right now they are reading the Reddit boards. They are checking out YouTube channels. They are following everything they can. And they're wondering how they're going to save themselves. Tolarian Terror with 1,680 sales. Market price of 38 cents US. Guys, this is your number 1 card this week. It's the number 1 card. And, I mean, the sales aren't horrible. 1,680, it's great. But you're only talking, what, $300-400 worth of sales? It's just so low. It blows my mind to see this is your Hot 10 this week. This is a real dig at Wizards of the Coast to make them understand what they're doing is wrong. The players are speaking right now. And I don't think Wizards is actually tuned into the same channel as everyone else. They're still on like, just keep going down the path, guys. Just go past the people. We're going to make it there. Don't look at them. Just keep going. They'll fall behind later. And I don't think people are going to. I think this level of anger and frustration is born of everything in the environment right now. And the stuff that people have kind of been resenting Wizards for years is all bubbling up now. I'll look forward to talking to you guys later in the week about this stuff and bringing this forward as more topics come around. But this is interesting new stuff to see because these are actual sales figures. So you can't say anything about it, but look at the numbers and say, let's look at previous weeks. You start charting it and you're like, wow. Ever since that announcement a couple of weeks ago, the sales are just going like that. And it's not sealed product. These are singles now, which means that's affecting LGSs, eBay, Card Market, TCG Player. And by the way, if you happen to be buying any of these cards on TCG Player, please don't forget to use my affiliate link found in the description of the video in case you happen to be shopping there. If you click on my affiliate link in the description of all my videos, it'll take you right there to TCG Player, and anything you buy, I get a small kickback for the channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. Looking forward to seeing your comments about how you feel about what's going on there. This is a fascinating time. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day today. And of course, a big shout out to all my fantastic patrons on the channel. Your monthly support keeps this channel going. Thank you again to everyone. If you're looking for a Patreon slot, check me out. Boomstick.